running.
There he is, blood, gore, hence violent news. Just want to make sure my audio is okay.
Hey everyone, welcome back to another tabletop game here at Digital Woods. Today we got ourselves a 500-point game of Inquisition and Assassins
versus Thousand Suns.
And we're going to jump straight into the armies and get to the game. See you in a bit. Woo! Alright, this is going to be my 500 points of Inquisition and Assassins. Starting off, I've got a Vanguard detachment of Inquisition. I've got an Inquisitor with a Thunderhammer and a Needle Pistol, and it's going to be a Malleus Inquisition. And he has himself the Warlord trait of Tenacious Survivor, and that's it. There's no relics for the Inquisition. At some point they need an actual legitimate codex. If they have one, I am not aware. Moving on, I've got 3 elite choices of Acolytes. They're going to be 5-man squads. All of them are going to be armed with Storm Bolters. One squad has a Needle Pistol, and another squad has a Plasma Gun. And everyone else in all of the squads has a Bolt Pistol. Moving on to my specialized Vanguard detachment of Assassins. I've got a Vindicator Assassin, a Caluxus Assassin, and a Calidus Assassin. And that is going to be 500 points precisely of Inquisition and Assassins.
Alright, so here's going to be my 500 exactly points of Thousand Suns. And I guess I'll start off with my Warlord for this one. It's going to be a Sorcerer carrying a Plasma Pistol and a Force Stave. He's going to be bringing along the Relic of the Helm of the Third Eye. And his 2 psychic powers are going to be Prescience and Boon of Mutation, and lastly his Warlord trait is going to be High Magister. Next down the line is going to be the Daemon Prince with Wings. He's going to be bringing along 2 sets of Malefic Talons, rah! And his 2 psychic powers are going to be Gaze of Fate and Diabolic Strength. Next down the line is going to be Ahriman, the man himself, on a disc of Tzeentch. He's going to be bringing along all of his standard kit as usual, and his 3 psychic powers are going to be Tzeentch's Firestorm, Glamour of Tzeentch, and Temporal Manipulation. And lastly, filling out just points-wise of my list, is going to be a group of 10 Chaos Cultists, all carrying auto guns, except for one, which will be carrying a heavy stubber. And that is my 500 points of Supreme Command Detachment of Thousand Suns.
Alright, and here we are deployed for our No Mercy, Annihilation, whichever one it is. It's kill the other side, 1 victory point for each squad wiped out. First Blood, slay the Warlord, line breaker in effect. May the best team win.
All that jazz.
For the Inquisition side, the Calidus Assassin is the only assassin in Deep Strike. And all of Mike's stuff is on the board.
Yes, all over there.
And Mike finished deploying first because, you know, he's got 4 units.
Yup.
So let us roll off to see who goes first. Mike has the +1.
Well, I got a 6, and you got a 1.
Do you want to take first turn?
Sure.
I will attempt to seize. I do not. So it shall be Thousand Suns. Turn 1.
Yay! Alright, so Thousand Suns, turn 1. I guess I'll start with this group right here. I had all the Chaos Cultists just move forward in a group, and the Ahriman and the Sorcerer moved up with them. The Daemon with Wings, however, or Daemon Prince with Wings, however, moved and advanced over this way, just getting into that cover, going after the annoying sniper off in the corner. It'll take him a bit to get there.
Mm-hmm.
And hopefully he'll be either out of range or behind that for the most of it. We'll probably still shoot him anyway, but hopefully he'll make it. Outside of movement-wise, onto Psychic. And I'm going to start with the Daemon Prince with Gaze of Fate. So that is going to be Warp Charge 6, and I should be outside of any warp ranges for...
I'm pretty sure you're outside of 24 for count, so yeah. I cannot deny.
Alright, sweet.
Warp Charge 6 for Gaze of Fate. Get it with a 10. So I've got 1 free reroll.
Yep.
Next, I'm going to be doing Boon of Mutation on the Sorcerer. So that is going to be a Warp Charge of 7. Which that is not worth a free reroll. I'd have to get a 5 or a 6.
Do you went with High Magister on him though?
I did go with High Magister, so that was actually a 5.
So you need a 4 or better on
4
one dice.
better, so yeah, I will actually use my Gaze of Fate for that one, because why not? Got it. Alright, so rolling on the Boon of Tzeentch table, let's see what I get with a 5. That is Prescient Foresight.
Feel no pain.
Yeah, basically a 6-up Feel No Pain. So, sweet. Next down the line is I'm going to be casting Prescience with the same sorcerer on the group of just Chaos Cultists. So that is going to be a Warp Charge 7. Which a 6 does not get it, and I'm not re-rolling that.
Okay.
And mutation. So last thing to do is going to be Glamour of Tzeentch from Ahriman onto the group of cultists. And that is going to be a Warp Charge of 7 as well. Which I get that one. And you're still outside of deny range, so that's just harder to hit cultists. Outside of that, on to shooting. I think the only thing that can shoot at the moment is my one heavy stubber in this unit.
Well, some of your cultists are definitely going to be within 24-inch range. Yeah.
Yeah, but I don't think they can actually see over that.
Well, some of them can
thing.
see this unit.
Alright, so I'll see how many shots I get. Alright, after some measuring, it looks like this entire group of Chaos Cultists is actually in range to shoot at that group over there. So I'll be starting with the heavy stubber in this group, which is right here. It's got 3 shots, hitting on 5s because that whole group moved. So 1 hit, and it'll be wounding on a 3 for this group. 1 possible wound.
Alright, and a 4-up save because of cover. Made it.
Oh. And then 9 other shots coming from the auto guns and the rest of the unit going into that same group. So hitting on 4s with them. Just the 5. And these will be wounding on 4s. And it looks like it's going to be 3 possible wounds.
And 3 4-up saves. Made 2, so 1 wound.
How many wounds do they have?
3 each.
Huh. Okay. So, on to Inquisition / Assassins, turn 1.
Alright, movement for turn 1 for the Inquisition. This squad of Acolytes stayed put. I thought about moving them up, but I couldn't get them in rapid fire, and might as well have them keep cover. The other squad of Acolytes did move up to get line of sight to be able to put some shots in. The squad all the way in the back moved up, taking up the cover. They can't see the cultist squads or anything going over there, but they can put some rounds into the Demon Prince. Advanced up the... Ooh. Moved you... Yeah, you go one more. Didn't include that he had a 7-inch move base.
Ah.
The Caluxus Assassin, getting just more close to do damage and help mess with your psychic powers. The whole 9 yards.
Fair enough.
Move forward with my actual Inquisitor to get within 24-inch range to probably deny. Might throw out a psychic power if I'm within range. Otherwise, I might not. And over here, the Vindicator Assassin moved over just to draw a line of sight through all of the underpassages and ladders and whatnot to the head of the one regular sorcerer.
Damn it. Should have moved him back ever so slightly more.
Yes. Well, all I would have had to do is just mess around.
Yeah, shift over just that little bit more, but...
There's that. So let us jump into shooting, where I'm going to start off with the Acolyte squad that is in the crater there, firing into the Cultist squad with all 5 of their Stormbolters.
Alright.
So that is 10 shots, hitting on 5s because of your -1 to hit, but because you are Chaos, re-rolling all the hits.
1, 2, 3, 4. 4 hits. And reroll for 2 more hits. So that's 6 hits. And I'm going to be wounding on 3s, rerolling all to wound because you are chaos. 3 hits, or 3 wounds, 3 rerolls. For a total of 5 wounds from the first squad.
5 6-ups. I made 3 of them.
And literally doing the same thing with this squad right there, firing into the cultists as well. So there are 10 shots, none of them are on rapid fire at the moment. Hitting on 5, re-rolling all to hit because you are chaos. That is a good start with only 4 misses. Getting 2 of those back, so 8 hits. And 3s to wound. With 2 rerolls. Nope. So 6 wounds from that volley.
Alright, that'll be 6 6-ups. Of which I make 2.
So 4 go down with that. So a total of 6 go down.
Yep. And those are ones that are missing, or more accurately, the ones that are left.
Alright, and then next up is going to be my Vindicator Assassin shooting through everything into Mike's regular Sorcerer over there. Because he moved, he's hitting on a 3. Successfully hit.
Darn.
Wounds Infiltrate on 2.
That is a 1.
And that means a command point spend. That's a successful wound. Ignore your invul and AP minus 3. So I think you have a 6-up save.
Alright, so that's going to be 1 6-up for the sorcerer back there.
No.
Oh, no. And this might cost 2 points for me to re-roll it, and I would have to get a 6. Alright, that's just D3.
Yep, D3 damage because I didn't roll a 6 to wound.
Let it go forth.
For 2.
Alright, that's acceptable.
Alright. And
Ow.
to follow up, the Caluxus Assassin there is within 18-inch range of the sorcerer that I just shot at. So he's going to go ahead and fire his Animus Speculum. It is weird.
His Gesundheit.
His anti-psyker SMG. Or
Now-
his head thing.
His gun can shoot characters if...
He can target characters if they possess the psyker keyword.
Alright. Fire away.
So, and because you have the psychic keyword, it is D6 number of shots. For 5. And he did advance, so he's hitting on 3s. For all hits. So, wounding on 3s, because it's strength 5 on his gun. For 3 wounds. AP minus 4, but does not ignore invuls, so you get your invuls.
Alright, sweet. Alright, so that's going to be 3 5-up invuls. Whoop, get back here. Of which I make none. And I also just remembered I've got the 6-up Feel No Pain. So I'll be rolling those 6-ups.
Made 1 of them.
I made 1 of them, so we took 2 from that. And Tom, do you mind if I roll 2 for the...
Yeah, go ahead.
Yep. So he took 3 damage this turn.
Correct.
Because I saved 2 total out of the 5.
Yes. So he's still alive.
Yes. He yet lives.
Yes. Alright, and that is, I think, it for my shooting. Oh, no, not done. That squad is going to fire into this.
The closer one here?
No,
or
the
farther one?
The one further back.
Got it.
Actually, hold on. How many wounds does he have? Does he have more than 10? I don't remember. It's been a while since
I think
ran
he's
his
got
unit.
8. Because he doesn't have a...
Damage table.
Yeah. Let me
Which
look,
case,
though.
They might not be able to, because these cultists are going to be closer.
Yeah.
In which case, I think there's 1 Storm Bolter that can see him. Yeah. So it'll be 1 Storm Bolter instead.
Alright.
Because the cultist still being there, and the fact that he has only less than 10 wounds. So, Storm Bolter shooting into the cultist, 2 shots, hitting on 5s, rolling all to hit, 1 hit, wounding on a 3. Rerolling all to wound, 1 wound, 1 more 6-up for the cultists.
1 more 6-up. Made it.
Yeah.
Alright, and finishing off Tom's turn 1 with a leadership for my cultists. Because I lost 6, and their leadership is 6. I'm basically losing D6 models this turn. For 3.
Which I guess leaves
Ow.
the leader and the heavy stubber. No,
No.
it leaves the leader.
It leaves the leader.
Unless you wanted to leave the heavy stubber.
I think I'd rather leave the heavy stubber.
Because the leader just has an auto gun.
Yeah, at that point, I'm just going to leave the heavy stubber.
Fair enough.
Alright, so Thousand Suns turn 2. I've got both the Sorcerer and Ahriman moved back out of the -2 to cast bubble. Because, ow. The last remaining Chaos Cultist stayed put. Just to shoot something before he dies. And the Daemon Prince with Wings moved on up, readying to charge the Bubble of Hate.
Yes.
Bubble of Psychic Hate. Which then puts me up onto Psychic Phase. Alright, so starting off Psychic Phase, I'm going to be going from just character to character here, starting with the Daemon Prince, with Gaze of Fate, which is going to be a Warp Charge 6 standard, but because he's next in the Bubble of Psychic Hate, it's going to be an 8. So, Warp Charge 8. Which I get. Would you like to attempt to deny?
No, you can have it.
So I've got 1 free reroll, and then next for him I'm going to be casting Diabolic Strength on himself. Which is going to be a Warp Charge of 6 standard, so also an 8. I do not get that, nor am I going to reroll it.
Fair enough.
Next, I'm going to move on to Ahriman here, who is going to be casting Glamour of Tzeentch over on the Daemon. Just making sure I can actually do that. Yep, Thousand Suns unit. And that's going to be Warp Charge 7 for him. He has a standard +1, yes?
Yes, Armon has a built-in +1.
Okay, so Warp Charge 7 for Glamour of Tzeentch.
Ooh.
No, hard no. Pass.
You want to use your Gaze of Fate reroll on the 1?
I might as well. I mean, it's a 2, though,
So
so
you need a
5
5.
or 6.
Yeah.
Well, 4 or 5 or 6, because he has a +1.
Yeah, so it becomes a
So
4.
I'll put that 2 back. It's somewhere here. And I will actually Gaze of Fate the 1.
Which you get.
Which I get it. So he's got Glamour on him. Next is going to be... He's going to cast Temporal Manipulation on the Sorcerer, hopefully getting all the wounds back there. And that's going to be a Warp Charge of 6. That's a double once. I will Command Point
Yes.
this one
To a double 1.
to a double 1.
So
Well,
the card does not go off, and you mishap, which is just D3 mortal wounds.
Alright, well, D3 mortal wounds on him.
For
For
5.
3.
Well, yeah, 5.
For
Roll.
3.
Which is what you-
Can he actually cast any more powers after that?
Yeah, it just stops the one that, if you roll double 1, you didn't get the value, and you had a thing. If you got a double 6, you got the power off, but you take the damage.
Alright, well, damn it. Can't cast Temporal Manipulation this time. And lastly, I'm going to have him cast Tzeentch's Firestorm on that group right there. So that is going to be a Warp Charge of 7. Which I make it with an 8.
Mm-hmm. And you're outside of my deny range at the moment.
Yes. Alright, so I've got 9 dice. Each roll of a 6 is a mortal wound on that group. So. 1!
Yay!
Alright, and then lastly, I'm going to be casting from the Sorcerer. He's going to be throwing Prescience on the Daemon Prince, which is a Warp Charge of 7.
That you did not get.
And I already spent a command point, so...
And your Gaze of Fate.
And my Gaze of Fate, so he doesn't pop off that. And lastly is Boon of Mutation, which is a Warp Charge of 7, should be. Yes, Warp Charge of 7. With High Magister,
That's a
he
6.
still does not get it.
Yeah, missed it by 1.
Missed it by 1. So,
That was not actually a good
it
rolling.
was not a
psychic
good
phase.
Psychic Phase. It would have been worse had I been in your Bubble of Hate.
Yes.
So Psychic Phase done. I literally have no more things to cast. Moving on to shooting. And actually, before I move on to shooting, remembering that I've got the Helm of the Third Eye, re-rolling, or rolling a d6 on a 5 for Tom's previous command point spent to see if I get one.
What you do?
I do.
So you
Sweet.
stay at 4.
I stay at 4. Then on to shooting. I'm going to have the last Chaos Cultist fire into, the group of with 1 wound on them.
Yep.
So he's got 3 shots, hitting on a 4 for 1 hit, and wounding on a 3 for nothing.
Well,
And I really don't want to spend a command point because it's just a heavy stubber.
true, but you have nothing else that's going to shoot in the shooting phase.
I don't.
And you need a 3 to wound.
Uh,
I mean,
yeah, it's just it's a command point though. Screw it. He wounds.
And because I'm not in the cover this time, 5-up save. No, so another wound on the guy in the back.
Yay!
See?
Victory, almost. Not really. So then that out of the way, I will then be declaring a charge with my Prince
Demon Prince.
into the anti-psyker.
Alright, and for Overwatch, he's going to go ahead and throw a Psych Out grenade at you.
All right.
D3 number of shots. For 3. Looking for 6s. No, so it doesn't matter.
Okay. And then my 3-inch charge
To get within 1 inch, yeah.
made it. And I didn't declare a multi-charge. I don't intend to multi-charge. I'm just you.
Alright.
So I've got 7 attacks going in with the 2 sets of Malefic Talons, hitting on 6s because that bastard's super hard to hit.
Yes.
So 7 attacks, hitting on 6s. 4. That's like 3 1s. That's a 5.
That was not a good roll anyway.
It was not a good roll at all.
Even your base stat, I think you would have only hit twice.
Well, one reroll, just purely for the. God, that'd be such a waste.
I'm not going to say anything. It's up to you. 1 in 6 chance reroll.
1 in 6. No. All right, come on, attack me back.
Alright. Colexus Assassin, mighty attack back with his 4 attacks, hitting on 2s.
Well, you hit me 3 times, most definitely. I want your roll.
4 times. Okay, with 4 attacks going in. He is only strength 4 with no special melee weapons, so he is looking for 5 swoon because I'm pretty sure the Demon Prince is T6. 1 wound. No armor save against it because of his normal rules.
But I do get my invul. So that'll be 1 4-up invul for the Demon Prince. Which is a 2, which I don't make.
Do you want to reroll that?
That I will. That I will reroll.
Which you do make.
Okay, there we go. Of course it's a 6. Of course it's a 6. Alright. So 0 sum on that one. And that should be the end of my turn, I believe.
Do you believe that is correct? Alright, turn 2 for the Inquisition. The Vindicator Assassin, now losing sight of his target once again, shifts to draw a line of sight once again on the Sorcerer over there. So he moved over there, all of the Acolytes pressed forward, the Inquisitor himself taking the lead, because the Colexus Assassin...
Where is he? Oh, he's in there.
Moves 7 inches out of combat to go join with the Calidus Assassin, who is appearing behind Mike's lines over here. Speaking of which, I need a roll for her special arriving thing, because it's d6 number of inches plus 3 from a nearest enemy. So she's going to be eat away. You know what? Reroll that. She is exactly where she is.
Alright, and on a 5-up, I get that point. I do not.
Speaking of, it is now time to start shooting, Psychic phase. My only Psychic I'm going to do this turn is he's going to go ahead and smite the Demon Prince.
Fair enough. That is a 2 and a 4.
So
6.
A 6 in total.
I'm totally within your area of messed up in this. So this would be an 8 to deny.
You got a 7.
He doesn't have any kind of +1s.
Nope.
So, yeah, that goes through.
D3 mortal wounds.
One. Juan.
Now, it is time to start the shooting. Basically, all of my acolytes are going to go ahead and shoot into the Demon Prince right there. So starting off with the squad that is closest, they're going to rapid fire all of their storm bolters into him. So that's going to be 20 shots coming out of that unit.
Ow.
Alright, and here comes the volley of 20. Hitting on 5s because it's a -1 to hit, but because you're a filthy chaos demon, rerolling all to hit. 2, 3, 4 from the first bit of it. Wow, that's not a particularly good start. 6 more, so 10 in total.
Got half.
Yep. And then, because I'm strength 4 versus your T of 6, I'll be looking for 5s to wound. 4, 1, 2, 3. And then, of course, because you're a filthy chaos demon, rerolling all to wound.
Yep.
For 3 more, so 6 wounds from that volley.
And no AP.
No AP, so I think you're 3 up armor.
Alright, so it'll be 6 3-ups, because no AP. And those went to the 4 wins. Let's see, that's...
A 5, a 4, a 3, and a 1 and a 2.
A 1 and a 2, so...
There's another one
There's
somewhere.
a 4 right there.
Another 4. So 2 wounds.
See it right there. Yep, take 2 wounds, so he's got 3 off him right now.
Alright, the other squad that has a wounded guy doing the same thing. And 5s. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then re-roll. 6, so 11 from the volley. Alright, and wounding on 5s. 4, 5 starting out.
Ugh.
And 3 more, so 8 in total.
And 8 3-ups. For
2 more wounds.
2 more wounds. So he's at 5. He's got 3 left. And...
Last Acolyte squad doing the same thing.
Sorry, just one more. Making sure you have been accounting for Glamour of Zinch.
Yes, that's why I'm hitting on 5s.
Okay, sweet. Just making
I
sure.
would be hitting on 4s normally.
Just making sure.
It would have been a lot more hits.
Yes. Yes, there would have.
Alright, and then the last Acolyte squad firing 4 Storm Bolters and a Plasma Gun in. So starting off with the Storm Bolters. 16 shots. Hitting on 5s. That's a good roll. 8.
Actually, that was.
I got half of them while hitting on 5s.
Ugh.
And then the reroll. Giving me 4 more. Another half.
Ugh.
So I missed 4 out of the 16.
Got 12 hits.
And then wounding on 5s. Well, there you go, making up a wee bit.
Okay.
2 wounds
2.
so far, and then a reroll the other 10.
For more.
For 4 more, so 6 in total.
And that'll be 6 3-ups. Of which he's dead.
Yeah, do you want to roll one of those? You haven't made any saves yet.
Well,
In the
the
shooting
issue
phase.
is that there's 4 there. Even if I re-roll one, he's
Yep,
still dead.
Yep.
And I already used Gaze of Fate, and it doesn't apply past my turn.
Yep. So yeah,
So yeah, that's a dead Demon Prince.
concentrated bolter fire.
Yeah, absolutely. Is there any command point thing I can do? Let me look. All right, so that's one dead Demon Prince. Because there's no command points for any kind of denying or anything like that, or even getting him to explode. Sad face.
Alright, well, next up is going to be the Vindicator Assassin. He's still hunting his target, the Sorcerer. His one shot, he did move, hitting on a 3. Did I spend any command points for rerolling hits in the shooting phase here? I know I spent 1 for that.
shooting, I don't think so.
So, yep.
For this, you did.
Yes, so spending another 1.
No,
Hey, he missed. Not great.
he will get live.
Maybe.
Huzzah.
Probably.
At least this turn.
My Calidus assassin here is going to go. I was going to have her do everything into Aramon to try to take him out, but because the other dude is still alive, she's going to fire her Neural Shredder into the other sorcerer there. So one shot hitting on a 2 successfully hits. This does not roll to wound, but instead I roll 3d6, and if I get higher than your leadership, you take d3 mortal wounds. Well, that's not higher than your leadership.
It is, in fact, not.
All right. Oh, it's good.
Would you like to charge?
It's time to charge. She's going to go ahead and charge Aramon.
Okay, just Aramon?
Just Aramon.
Just Aramon. Okay, well, one Infernal Bolt Pistol coming your way, hitting on a 6. No.
All right.
You charge.
Is a 7.
I think you made it. Would you like to double it up?
Huh? No.
Oh, I was hoping to get some attacks in.
No. She's there to kill him. If she kills him before he attacks, she might consolidate into the other one just to tie him up.
Okay.
Not like it really matters. Actually, I take that back. Do you want to do a glorious intervention?
Ooh. Are you able to attack me if I do?
I don't think so.
Then sure.
Okay.
Do I have to roll the charge, essentially?
No, if you can make within 3 inches, with a 3-inch move, make it into melee, you can gloriously intervene.
I'm pretty sure I can. Let me make sure. And I did, in fact, make it into the combat with the Glorious Intervention.
All right. Calidus Assassin swinging in. 5 attacks, hitting on 2s on the Aramon there. And she's going to be using her, I think it's like Phase Sword. So hitting on 2s. Ooh, 2 1s, not great. Wounding on 4s, so strength 4 versus tough 4. Ugh, bad rolls. AP minus 3 and no invul.
So that's, I believe, 1/6 up.
Yep.
No! How much damage does that do?
1.
Oh.
And her 1 poison blade extra attack, hitting on a 2. Wounding on a 3. Nope, that is a poop melee roll.
Well, starting with Aramon and his attacks back in, he's got 4 attacks with his Black Staff of Aramon, hitting on 2s. For all hit. And then wounding on...
It'd be 3s, strength 6 versus tough 4.
Sweet. So 3s. For 3 possible wounds.
Alright. 4 up invul for lightning reflex. Looks like 1 is going to get through.
Alright. And then the sorcerer's attacks in. He's got...
Does that automatically do 3 or is that D3 damage?
Oh, I'm sorry. That's 3 damage.
I will spend a command point to reroll that 4 up then. No. Alright, I'm out of command points.
Okay.
So she's down to 2.
Wait, I just realized. How many command points have you used this turn? And how many did I roll
I
for?
have no idea how many you've rolled for, but I've used 1, 2, 3.
I think I missed the last 2.
Okay.
Mind if I just throw them?
Yep, go ahead.
5 ups?
You had 1.
I got 1.
So you're up to what, 5 now?
I'm at 5.
Yeah.
So that's 3 damage in. Aramon is now done. On to the sorcerer, who's got 3 attacks hitting on 3s with his force stave. So only 1 attack makes it in. So because of Aramon's special ability, you get to reroll that 1. Missed anyway. And wounding on a 3. No.
Yay!
Yeah, that should be it.
Yep.
So on to my turn 3.
Yes.
Alright, so Thousand Suns turn 3. Not much has changed. Didn't move, still in combat, and is dead. So, moving right on to Psychic Phase. I'm going to be starting with all of Aramon's powers. Starting with Glamour of Tzeentch. He's going to be putting that on the Sorcerer. Because why not? And that's going to be a Warp Charge 7, but it's harder to cast now by 2, so Warp Charge 9, essentially.
But you get +1 to it.
But I get +1, so it's an 8.
Yeah. You got a
Which
6.
6, I got a 7, sir.
Yeah.
So that's didn't go off, and I'm not going to Numbers.
Mhm.
Okay, I'm not going to re-roll that because I want to save that re-roll for something else. Next is going to be Temporal Manipulation. I'm going to be doing that on Aramon himself, and that's going to be a warp charge equivalent of 7 with all the math out of the way.
Yeah,
That's more than enough. Do you want to attempt to deny?
I need to get an 11 because of your +1. No,
I rolled a 5 and a 5.
you rolled a
A
5.
5 and a 4, it would be a 10.
But
So you
a
would...
-1. Because I had -2. You add 1, so -1 to that. So you have an 8
No.
right now. So I need to get a 9 or better.
Yes.
You're showing your dice roll is basically your dice roll -1 to cast.
Got it. Yes. Blah. Math.
Yes.
So, are you going to attempt?
Yeah, I think I'll try to stop that. I got a 1. I got a 7.
Okay.
I rolled a 1, so it didn't matter on one of them.
There you go.
There goes my 1 deny attempt, and I have no more command points. So
And that's going to be D3 wounds back.
for
Or
only 1.
1. Alright, that's fine. And then that out of the way. Next is going to be Zinch's Firestorm. I believe I'm in enough range to hit that same unit again.
Or you can do it on the Calidus, or
No, she's getting stabbed.
you can also even do it on my HQ because he's within 18-inch, 24-inch range.
True, and this doesn't have anything for
It's
closest
pick a
pick a unit. I might as well go for HQ kill. Because,
That
The-
still has 13 wounds for you to go through.
yeah. I'm going to go for the HQ. So, that's going to be a warp charge of 7.
So you need to roll an 8 or better.
Yes.
You got an 8.
I got an 8, which
So it goes
minus
off.
1 is a 7, so it goes off. 9 dice for Zinch's Firestorm going into the Templar? No,
He's the Inquisitor.
Inquisitor. And any 6 is a mortal wound. So, Shazam. For 1 mortal wound. Again. And then next onto the Sorcerer. He's going to use Boon of Mutation on himself. Warp charge equivalent of an 8. Which I don't get it with that. That I will spend a command point on.
You do get it.
I do in fact get it. And rolling on that table.
Double 1.
Yep, rolling on that table. I get a 5 again. I already got that before. So I got to re-roll.
Read what it says. I think it's a reroll.
5 is pressing foresight. Alright, so ended up with, it's not a re-roll, it's choose one for which one you want when you get a same result. So I chose Esoteric Insight, which just adds 1 to Psychic Tests. So I now essentially negate his -2 bubble.
Yep.
So it's just a straight roll. And I'm going to be casting Prescience on that guy.
Okay.
No, actually, no. Prescience on the sorcerer himself. So that is going to be a warp charge of 7. Which, a 10 gets it.
Fair enough. Kind of really stopped it anyway.
Yep. And that's it for psychic phase. That's out of the way. On to shooting. So I've got 3 shots from the heavy stubber going into the just wounded group right there. So 3 shots hitting on 4s. 2 hit. And wounding on
3s.
3s. For 2 possible wounds. I might get one.
2 5-up saves. Yep, you get 1 and 1 wound on the next guy.
Yay! And shooting out of the way. Oh! Shooting wise, I can shoot pistols.
Yes, you can shoot pistols.
So, I've got Aramon's Infernal Bolt pistol, sorry. With his 1 shot going in. I was going to say hitting on a 2, but
Correct.
I forgot to say it. And then wounding on, I think,
4.
a 4.
Strength versus tough 4.
So, wounds.
And a 4-up save. Got it.
Okay.
That took a while.
And then the sorcerer's, I believe, plasma pistol.
Do you want to supercharge it?
No.
He has prescience right now.
He does.
Doesn't help.
It doesn't. I'm not going to supercharge it.
Fair enough.
One shot hitting on a 3. I could have supercharged it.
Yep.
Wounding on
7 versus 4, so a 3.
wounding on a 3. Wounds.
4 up invul. Yeah.
Okay. Moving on to the fight phase, I'm going to start with Ahriman. Because he's got more attacks.
Yep.
So 4 attacks hitting on 2s.
4 hits.
For all hits. No need to rerolls. Get back there. And wounding on should be 3s.
For 2.
For 2.
2 4 pinfalls. And that is enough.
Yes. Bleh.
So yeah, no more command points.
I was about to say yell first blood, but
Super
it's
not.
not. Super not.
Alright, well, do you want to consolidate with Ahriman and then pile in and consolidate with the other guy? Or do you just want to leave them where they're standing?
I think I'll move slightly closer to the, I can only go closer?
You have to move to the closest enemy model.
Okay. I think I'll actually leave them where they lie.
Fair enough.
And that ends my turn. On to your turn, turn 3.
Movement for turn 3 for the Inquisition. Basically everything is moving up across the board. The Acolytes just moved. The Inquisitor himself advanced, getting a decent advance.
There he is.
And my Collectus Assassin is now within juicy charge range.
Yes.
So,
And didn't move?
didn't move. Because he still sees the
Yeah.
one sorcerer.
Oh, that's why I should have moved. Just get him that way. Make it so you still have to move.
Yep. And speaking of, my guy is going to go ahead and dominate the sorcerer.
Okay.
So, casting Dominate on the sorcerer. A 6, I don't know if that's enough to get it. Let me double check.
Alright.
Alright, and a 6 is not enough. It is, in fact, a Warp Charge 7 to cast, so you don't even need to worry about attempting to deny.
I do not.
Alright, well, that's it for Psychic Phase. On to shooting. This Acolyte squad is going to shoot him.
Oh, okay.
So, none of them are in rapid fire yet.
Okay, so only 10 shots.
Only 10 shots. Hitting on 4s because nothing's stopping them from actually using full ballistic skill for once.
Ah.
So let's go with 4 starting out, and you do have the Chaos keyword. For 2 misses in total out of the 10. And then wounding on 3s.
Oh my.
3 wounds starting out, and total 7 wounds.
Ugh.
7 6-up saves.
2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. How amazed.
I would probably GG at that point. Because you deserve it.
Well, let's hope a miracle happens today. A miracle did not happen today. He's dead.
Saved 1. He died 6 times over.
It's like, I've got this. He did.
Alright. Vindicator Assassin. Gonna continue to try to shoot the dude there. I know he's got -1 to hit at the moment. So he's still hitting on a 3.
I thought I didn't get glamour.
No, you didn't get glamour.
I only got prescience, so
Well-
you've got your full ballistics.
Hitting on a 2 then, in which case he hit with a 5.
Yes.
And then wounding on a 2. 3 is a successful wound. No invul and AP -3.
Alright, so 1 6 up. And just
No
for
cover.
clarification, the dude is the sorcerer?
Yes, I'm
Okay.
not Ahriman.
No.
D3 wounds?
1. He lives.
Yep. Alright, next up is going to be probably these guys going. Let me just double check ranges.
Alright. Alright, well, first off, he only has 4 wounds. Second off, I've got a 6 up feel no pain that I really need to make, otherwise he's actually dead. He's actually dead.
Give us back a command point.
Yeah. He's actually dead. No, it's a 5 up. Is it a 5 up?
It's a 6 up.
It's a 6 up?
Yeah, it's basically a free
Yeah.
feel no pain.
Then what's the 5-up something?
That's the regaining command point and your invols.
That's the one. All right. So yeah, he did. Sad face.
Yay!
And I'm down to, I think, 4 at this point now. Back down to 4.
Yeah. Back to your starting amount.
Back to my starting amount that I've spent 2, 3.
I think you spent 3.
Yeah.
Alright, well then, this Acolyte squad's going to go ahead and fire everything into Aramon. They're just within their 24-inch range. So 8 shots from the Stormbolters, hitting on 4s. Well, that is 3 hits starting out. 3 hits starting out, and reroll for 2 more, so 5 hits. And Aramon is only T4, so wounding on 4s. 1 wound starting out, rerolling. For a total of 2 wounds. And he has a 3-up armor, I do believe.
Yeah. All right. So 2 3-ups for a 6 and a 2. 1 went through.
And then there's 1 plasma gun in that unit, and I am going to supercharge, hitting on a 4. Rerolling. Successfully hits. Strength 8, so wounding on a 2.
You and reroll all.
Successfully wounds. EP minus 3, you should get your invul.
Which is a
4.
yes, because
4
with the
base.
thing he's a 3-up. So 4-up invul. No.
That's 2 damage, and I think that's a tabled board.
That is in fact a tabled board. I am entirely tabled. It's been a while since we've gotten a full table.
Yes. I had some really good reroll wounds. Not the hit part, like the actual just reroll.
The fact that you could reroll everything
from
was
these acolytes.
super good.
These acolytes doing work.
Oh god. They do amazing work. 3 wounds a pop. That's ridiculous.
Can't wait until they get a codex.
I can't wait until they're nerfed.
I mean, they start out pretty weak, and then they get 2 points for a Stormbolter.
Yeah,
I mean, that's a decent amount of shots from a decent base.
True.
They're 10 points per model at that point.
If anything, they'd probably just get like a points increase.
Yeah, I could see a little bit, but they're also... That's because you'd happen to be Malleus versus Chaos.
True, true.
If I was Xenos versus Chaos, I would have had no rerolls.
Well, rerolls on 1s.
You're not...
Oh,
Chaos.
Xenos versus Chaos, you said. Yeah. Fair enough.
Or Malleus versus Xenos. No benefit whatsoever. It's that Quarry special roll that gave them all those juicy rerolls.
Nice. I feel real bad about your Calidus.
Yeah, she did nothing. She did what?
She
one
showed
wound?
up. Yeah, she did 1 wound on, I think, Aramon.
Yeah.
I totally forgot basically all the beneficial things for his reroll 1s to hit would have helped so much in the initial shooting.
You might have gotten another extra wound or 2.
It would have been less shots later.
Maybe.
I might have been able to get like 1 or 2 models out.
Maybe
2 is a stretch. One is a reasonable.
Yeah.
The other thing is I forgot about the rerolls for the Demon Prince because I don't run Chaos enough.
Yeah.
That could have definitely made a difference. Also, damn it. Outside of that, this was surprisingly fun, even though you stomped me into the dirt.
Yeah. I really like the Caluxus Assassin. He is not good at doing just about anything, but he's good at being just annoying.
He's so 6 to hit. That's ridiculous. Every day it's Overwatch.
Yeah, it's 6 to hit, and he has a 4-up invul built in.
Oh.
And he's not a bad base elsewise.
No.
T4 with 5 wounds.
That's fantastic. He's a stick in, you cannot destroy me.
And just imagine if he managed to sneak in is the wrong term, blatantly just run into a tank line.
Oh, yeah. It's like, I'm going to charge you, I'm going to charge you, I'm going to charge you. He just...
Keeps them all busy.
Keep them all in the mire.
Yeah.
Anyway, this was fun. Hope everyone watching enjoyed, and have a good one.